Good morning, YouTube, man. This is Shadi the Generator. I'm just ready to get this started, man. We finna get some more videos rolling in, and I just want to say, man, you know, wake your ass up and get some money. All right. We also finna learn something too. All right, so
5 billion-year-old cosmic rock about to land back on Earth. This spacecraft, as you see there, is carrying a sample of rocks and dust from an asteroid
hey, this is a little bit different than yesterday. It's a little more sciencey. So we're finna wake our ass up and learn something today. Actually, that's what we finna do.
named Bennu, and it's entering Earth's atmosphere at a velocity of 36 times the speed of sound. The sample is going to land in this desolate section of the Utah desert. That's important because Bennu overall is an asteroid the size of the Empire
How do they know that? How do they know that?
State Building. It has a real chance of smashing into Earth in 159 years. If that actually happens, it would hit Earth with the force of 22 atomic bombs. So NASA is hoping.
Wait, so they saying that they're predicting an asteroid to hit in 159 years, and that it's gonna land in Utah. I mean, I know our planet's pretty predictable, right? I feel like I'm sitting too close, but I feel like our planet's pretty predictable. But is it that predictable?
That this sample that they've obtained could help them figure out a way to prevent an impact and learn a lot more, obviously, about asteroids. Out front now, astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. He is the head of the Hayden Planetarium, the host of Star Talk, and he just wrote his latest book, To Infinity and Beyond, A Journey of Cosmic Discovery. So, Neil, I relish all of our conversations. So you've got this asteroid, and, it's incredible. All the math of it. We get on there, you get a little piece of rock all by a robot, and they brought it home. So what can a scientist actually learn from this 4.5 billion year old rock that's about to land in Utah?
Well, what we don't know for sure, when you think we would, but we just don't, is what's the structural integrity of asteroids? Only recently, recent decades, did we learn some of them might just be rubble piles gathered together that are masquerading as a solid object. Others are sort of loosely held together. This matters because if you want to deflect an asteroid that might be headed your way, and you
Yeah. So basically, what he's saying is, man, a lot of them asteroids are just uh, cotton, like cosmic cotton. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying. It ain't much substance to.
you nudge one part of it, and it doesn't have the structural integrity to stay together, you can end up breaking off a piece, and your mission would then fail. So, by looking at what the material contents of Bennu is through this sample return, which, by the way, we just have to just praise that this is working. Okay,
Right.
I mean, just look. I gotta say, we launched Osiris Rex, this mission, 7 years ago from a moving platform, Earth, intersected a moving target, Bennu, an asteroid. It did a touch and go, grabbed material, came back to Earth, deployed that capsule, and it keeps going. Is going to visit more asteroids. And then people are saying, "Oh, I don't trust science. I mean, science this." It's like, do you know what we do? Do you have any idea?
I mean, it is
Hey, look, he just told us how they did it. You know what I'm saying? How they know. So that's how they know.
pretty incredible. And then there's also the, oh my gosh, we can do that. And what a mess we make of so many much more
On the
simple
game, he
things
just
here
told
at
us how
home,
they
right?
how they know.
Yes.
Okay, so if Bennu does hit Earth, and I know that obviously we can talk about odds, but if it were to, you talk about something 22 times, is that what I said? 22 times the size of, or 22 atomic bombs. Let me make sure I say it exactly correctly. What would something like that do to Earth?
Well, it's not an extinction level
No, it's not.
a hit. Well, if it hits a
I
city,
was gonna
that's
say
really
we
bad.
done
But we would
blast off
have
way
some
more than
good
20.
idea of that well in advance, right? By the way, as we get closer to
Yeah,
2182,
yeah, we
these
don't, we don't.
odds will improve. Improve in the sense that it'll either go to zero or go to.
I'm pretty sure we've nuked off way more than 20 missiles in our history of nuking. So Hey, we'll be all right.
Certainty. It's not going to still dangle in is it or is it not? And so that's an important first point. So if we know that it's going to hit, then we got to know where it's going to hit. If it hits a city, it takes out the city completely. But most of Earth is not city, and most of land is not occupied. So my fear is that if it hits the ocean, then you got a tsunami that could take out an entire coastline, right?
Wow.
But otherwise, it would destroy a county's worth of land. That's about it.
So, I hope everyone will get your new book. You talk about parallel worlds, black holes, wormholes.
He said about a county's worth of land. What county? Like we talking? You know what I'm saying? We talking Cook County? We talking Stevenson County? What county was we talking? Like I don't know. Talking about Maricopa County? We talking Orange County? Like what type? Like what size of county? There's a lot of people that fit in the county.
Time travel, all these questions people have. One thing that a lot of people are talking about lately, and NASA even now has a head of UFOs, right? Congress has a hearing.
That's a wild statement. That's crazy. Only a county's worth of land. You know how much real estate is?
On UFOs. And so people are talking about UFOs and aliens in a more serious way.
Could you imagine how much the real estate would be around the crater? Oh man, after it's all said and done, nostalgia right there. They going
than being on the front of the National Enquirer, the
That's
way it used to
crazy.
be. So a Mexican journalist displayed bodies of two supposed non-human beings in front of the Congress in Mexico. Okay, each with three-fingered hands and elongated heads. Now,
what's crazy is I seen these years ago. I don't remember how many years ago, but there's actually more than just them. There's a little one. It's called an Atacama humanoid, and a big one. It's a big one. It's like probably around 6 feet tall. It look crazy. Three fingers, three toes, egghead. Man, y'all gotta look that up. Something about Nazca, Peru, or something like that. You can find it on there.
before we all mock the video, right? Because it's gotten a lot of mocking. It looks a lot like ET. But as I said, NASA just announced for the first time a director of research on UFOs. So they are taking this overall topic more seriously. What's your take on this?
Well, first of all, I like what they did in Mexico. They had what they claimed are alien bodies, and they brought it out in front of their Congress. That's better than leaving them in a locked box and saying you and no one else can get to see them. So that's a start. But in science, a new truth, an objective truth, is only established when multiple labs can analyze whatever your claim is. When we brought rocks back from the moon, we distributed them to all the labs of the world. So everybody participated in that discovery. So here, bring out samples to others and let other people, skeptical people in other labs, test this. They'll either verify it or falsify it, and then we move on.
What was your reaction when you saw the images?
I was surprised because if they're from another planet, why do they look so human? They have two eyes, a nose, a mouth, shoulders, hips, femur, a rib. Why? Most life on Earth shares DNA in common with us. It looks nothing like us. So how could it somebody? So that was my first thought. Second, any corpses or mummified remains, there is no bone in your nose. It's an open hole into your skull. These aliens have intact noses, okay? If indeed that is their nose, okay? I don't know for sure. That's odd.
I mean, it's probably a fake. If they won't let I ain't know they wouldn't let nobody see it and stuff like that. But I mean, would you trust anybody else with that information? Like, hey, I'll let y'all come to my crib and look at it, but y'all can't take it with you. You know, I don't know. That's crazy. I had to just,
After 2,000 years, to still have a nose with two cavities in it. So that's odd, but they should share it. That's how we determine what is true and what is.
I mean, I got a bone right here. I don't know, it's cartilage, but
It's not.
All right, Neil, thanks so much. Great to talk to you.
Thanks for having me.
The body's moving.
I got something else. All right.
Joe Rogan just announced the terrifying truth about Antarctica.
I don't know how long I keep him on the screen.
Is it possible that we are dealing with the remnants of a lost civilization that once inhabited Antarctica? And what are some of the strangest and most shocking facts about this frozen continent? We'll find out in the new episode of Secret Origins. Welcome. The continent of Antarctica is sparsely populated, housing less than 10,000 inhabitants despite its enormous landmass of 13.66 million square kilometers. As one of the most uninhabited places in the world, it has sparked significant exploration efforts and many have tried to unveil its deepest secrets. Joe Rogan, potentially the world's most popular podcaster, is one such person. Over the years, his podcast has featured numerous scientists and explorers who have shared previously unknown secrets about this remote region. Joe Rogan's podcast has been running for over a decade. During this time, he and his guests have proposed a wide range of fascinating theories and arguments, so it's rare to see Joe Rogan utterly taken aback. But in a 2022 episode of his podcast, he received a shocking revelation about Antarctica that left him stunned.
I don't like this video.
In August
Music in the
2022,
background.
Joe Rogan hosted fellow podcaster and comedian Sam Tripoli. During their discussion, Sam explained the events of Operation High Jump,
No. Have you ever heard of Operation High Jump?
a military exercise that took place in Antarctica in the mid-20th century. This operation was said to involve President Harry Truman, Nazis, and even extraterrestrials. In reality, Operation High Jump, officially titled the United States Navy Antarctic Developments Program, did exist. The exercise was carried out from 1946 to 1947.
I kind of don't like this video because of the music in the background. Bear with me real quick. All right, we back. All right, just had to do a little adjusting. All right, this is a little better video, I think. I don't know. I really don't watch these videos before, so I'll just be clicking on stuff that I think is good, saving a little list. for us.
Evidence of paranormal activity in their aunt's house in rural Iowa, a place they had long believed
Okay.
to be
I
haunted.
stayed in Iowa before.
The user shared that the house was built back in the
It's terrible.
1860s.
Everything
During a
is old.
visit, they were awakened by voices at 2:30 a.m.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They probably was hearing their neighbors talking because most of the places in Iowa was built a very long time ago, and they just update them and whatever. Sometimes they build new, but not the places I was living. And most of the time you lived in a duplex, so you could hear your neighbor, but I don't know. They might have owned their house. I don't know their situation.
Creeped out, they began filming on their phone.
I'm still hearing voices.
Kind of don't like ghost stories, but we gonna muster through it.
Christ.
Then the camera picks up what sounds like whispering.
Dude, you got a candle in your window, and man, if you don't like spirits and stuff, you probably shouldn't have a candle in your window and all kind of stuff like that, man. This is probably cap. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna call cap on this one. Let's skip to the next one.
Oh my God.
TikTok user CuriousAlien7 has recently shared a terrifying video of a paranormal.
No, we ain't even watching that one. What's wrong with people? We ain't watching that. Hey. Look, y'all, stay away from that. You see that word? You see people talk about them. Run the opposite direction, man. You don't want to invite that type of stuff in your house. You know what I'm saying? We'll play with that or the gang. I don't care where you at. I don't care if it's through there. I ain't playing with it.
2022 has been making waves across the internet this past week. The clip appears to show an enormous dust devil or tornado.
Hey, was that a person in there?
However, what's caused the video to go viral is the presence of a dark shape rising up in the middle of the tornado, which bizarrely also seems to be getting sucked up into the sun.
Yeah, that does look crazy, but for that to be a person, that's a huge person. Look, I mean, look at the size of the trees in contrast to the shit. I mean, let me go back just a little bit. I'm gonna go back just a little bit to like, I mean, that could be a shadow, very well. That could be a shadow, but that could just be a dust devil. I mean, the coincidence for it to go all the way up to the sun, that's like, I don't know. On a clear
Dichua 2022 has been making waves across the internet this past week. The clip appears to show an enormous dust devil or tornado.
It's like hot air and cool air. It's tornado. I don't know.
However, what's caused the video to go viral is the presence of a dark shape rising up in the middle of the tornado, which bizarrely also seems to be getting sucked up into the sun.
What's crazy is that it just take it all up like a straw. You know? It's all gone.
This curious sighting has sparked cries of witchcraft from the online community, with many asserting that this phenomenon seems to be much more than a simple dust devil. Speculations are rampant, but so far no one's been able to conclusively identify the dark shape rising up through the tornado. As of now, the clip remains a complete mystery. Theories abound, ranging from the scientifically plausible to the outright fantastical. Some suggest that the dark shape could be debris or a group of birds caught in the wind. Others, however, are inclined to believe in a more supernatural explanation.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I always kind of, wondered, about the sun. Can't see it, I mean, you can see it with technology and stuff like that, but you can't really see it. What is it hiding? You know what I'm saying? It's so bright. It's so, the sun hiding. I mean, it's just, conspiracy theory. I don't even want to say that. What do you call it? I don't know.
Pointing to local folklore and legends associated with witchcraft and otherworldly forces. While experts are yet to weigh in on this phenomenon, the video continues to captivate viewers worldwide. A recent strange event left a group of hikers baffled as they spotted a transparent 4-foot-tall figure walking by the Pilcomayo River in Tarija, Bolivia, an area notorious for being plagued by interdimensional portals, according to locals. The creature, photographed and later shared online, was described as a grey being with unusually long limbs and a strange way of walking. Oddly, the entity didn't seem to have a reflection in the water beside which it was walking.
That's a picture.
The photograph, which quickly went viral as the alien from Tarija, is currently under scrutiny by UFO experts, including well-known ufologist Javier Carlos Cordero. Cordero noted the creature's resemblance to a grey being, categorized by its long limbs, but emphasized the need to verify the image's authenticity. The online community is also divided on whether the photograph is real or a product of digital manipulation. To settle the debate, Cordero suggested employing artificial intelligence to definitively determine the photograph's genuineness.
Yeah, it would be
The
super
sighting
big.
has reignited interest in the region's alleged ties to extraterrestrial activities. Cordero mentioned that Tarija appears to have a unique connection to such activities, reinforcing the idea that there might be more at play in the region. The abundance of minerals and the purported presence of interdimensional portals in the area could be interconnected.
I ain't gonna lie, man. This one kind of dragged out and stuff like that. Let me see. But that is crazy thought to think about, right? Like if it's just aliens running around here with like cloaking devices and you can only see them, like if you got a certain camera or something like that, that would be crazy. That would be like some crazy wild stuff. But I mean, you don't know right now, right? You know, the USA says aliens are possibly real. You know, they don't want to confirm or deny still, but they know that non-human things have been happening. But non-human could be anything. That could be like I don't know. That could be. It still could be earthly. It still could be earthly. Like I don't know, a very intelligent animal. Oh wow, that's conspiracy theory stuff right there. Intelligent animals. All right. Yeah, but that's crazy.
This is not the first time Turia has been linked to extraterrestrial phenomena. In May 1978, a large number of people near the Bolivian-Argentine border reported witnessing a spaceship crash in Macoya, an event that some consider to be South America's most credible UFO crash incident. The US military also showed interest in the cylindrical object that crashed into the mountainside. Bolivian military personnel present at the scene, including Corporal Natalio Farfan Ruiz, were reportedly terrified, with some fearing the end of the world was imminent. Additionally, people located over 100 miles away claim to have heard an explosion resembling a sonic boom. The recent alien sighting near the Pilcomayo River has sparked a wave of discussions and theories about extraterrestrial life and interdimensional portals in the region. While the photograph's authenticity is yet to be verified, the incident has certainly piqued the interest of both UFO enthusiasts and skeptics alike. As investigations continue, many are left wondering whether this sighting will become another unsolved mystery, or if it will...
I mean, was that something an alien would like to do, a long walk on the beach in their cloaking device? Kind of just probably had it off. I don't know, that could be see-through or anything like that, you know?
Provide insights into Turia's mysterious history and its relationship with the unknown.
People are saying, oh, how do you know?
Instagram user Paranoid Normal has uploaded another terrifying piece of footage. The clip shows a homeowner getting ready to move out of a house which they suspect has been haunted for some time. In the footage, the homeowner, who believes that the spirit in his house responds to whistling, performs a test to demonstrate the entity's presence.
Hey, well, I just tell you about that last creepy video like this? Don't mess with this type of stuff.
Argentinian actress and singer Yamina Barón recently startled her Instagram followers by posting a snippet of her home security footage that appears to capture something rather eerie. In the video, Yamina is sitting at her table when suddenly something seems to frighten her. She explained that it felt like something touched her shoulder, prompting her to review her home security footage. What she found was terrifying. When the footage is slowed down, it appears to show a tiny hand reaching up and touching her on the shoulder. The clip quickly went viral, with viewers speculating on the nature of the strange apparition. Many were baffled by the sudden appearance of the mysterious hand, and theories ranged from a trick of the light to genuine paranormal activity. The strange occurrence has left Yamina and her followers perplexed and unnerved. Whether or not this is definitive proof of the paranormal remains up for debate, but it certainly has piqued the curiosity and imagination of many.
But you never know, you know. Dimensions, you know, have to be real, right? I mean, I think dimensions have to be real. So there's probably different dimensions. You never know.
Before we take a look at an allegedly cursed painting, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and creepy videos. A woman from East Sussex, UK has experienced a series of mysterious and unfortunate events after purchasing a seemingly cursed painting from a charity shop. The painting, bought for £20.
See, I don't even want to hear about that because I love art, so we're going to skip that one. Actually, no, let's hear about it so we know what not to buy.
From the Hastings Advice Representation Centre in St Leonards-on-Sea.
Oh, it said possibly cursed on it. Oh man, possibly cursed.
Depicted a young girl in a red dress and had been previously returned by another buyer who claimed it ruined her life. This prompted the charity shop manager to add a possibly cursed warning on the item. The woman, Zoe Elliott Brown, bought the portrait after her mother, Jane, became transfixed by it and urged her to make the purchase. After bringing the painting home, the family dog immediately started growling and avoided the artwork. Shortly after,
she heard it was possibly cursed, and she said, "You should buy it." That's how you know. Hey, man, don't mess with it. Hey, it be the people that be the closest ones to, man. It be the closest ones to you that do it to you the most, man. That's crazy, man. You know, that's crazy.
After Jane began experiencing health issues such as hot flushes, shakiness, and feeling extremely cold despite wearing 4 layers of clothing. She also became unusually protective of the painting, continuously staring at it and even polishing it when it didn't need cleaning. While Jane believed her illnesses were unrelated to the painting, Zoe was convinced that the portrait was the cause of her mother's declining health. Zoe eventually decided to keep the painting in a box filled with sage in an attempt to cleanse it of its negative energy. Things took a turn for the worse when Zoe and her partner Ben encountered a large black figure.
Hey, look, she probably don't even know. She probably just put regular white sage on there. You need black sage. The white sage don't do nothing. You just burning leaves. You know what I'm saying? It might make you feel like you're doing something, but you actually need black sage.
During a walk to watch a lightning storm. The couple fled in terror as the figure seemed to chase them. Although Zoe didn't initially connect the incident to the painting, she later suspected that it might be related. Determined to rid her family of the curse, Zoe returned the painting to the charity shop, only to discover a screw in her new car tires upon arrival. Despite warning the shop manager to be cautious about selling the painting again, Zoe eventually felt compelled to take the artwork back to her home, fearing that someone else might mishandle it. Zoe now hopes to find someone knowledgeable about the supernatural who can properly deal with the painting.
I was finna say she was finna set somebody up, man. I was finna say, man. Hey, man, don't be doing that, man. Hey, don't be setting people up out here. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, she kind of the realest one of all time. I think she the realest of all time. She took back a curse. She's like, nah, I got rid of the curse, but I don't want nobody else to get it. Let me just take the curse back. Like, what the hell, man? Hell no, man. Wait a minute. Hell no, man. I'd have definitely gave it back to the shopkeeper. Like, boy, you bogus. And we would have boxed on everything. On everything. That's definitely what happened. We would have boxed on everything.
And its potential curse. In the meantime, she sealed the painting up in a box with some sage, hoping it will cleanse the artwork and her mother's home of any negative energy.
You see, and you never heard from them ever again. All right, man. Hey, that's probably going to be it for tonight, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in if you made it this far in the video. If you also have, make it down to the bottom. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, do all that. We're going to keep bringing heat and, whatever else that you might like to see, put it at the bottom so I can see. All right, thank you. You guys have a good night.